my life.
Born on August 18, 1952, in Houston, Texas, Patrick Swayze, one of the most renowned American actors and singers of the 80s and 90s, won the hearts of many women and admirers. In addition to being considered a movie heartthrob, his career was marked by personal challenges. Son of Pet Ivo and Helen Swayze, a renowned teacher and dancer, and Jesse Wayne Swayze, a chemical engineer and cowboy, Patrick grew up surrounded by different expectations from his parents. While his father wanted him to become a cowboy and athlete, his mother longed to see him as an artist. Since childhood, Patrick has absorbed influences from both parents, receiving ballet and singing lessons at his mother's gym. His mother, a demanding teacher, instilled his desire for excellence. He was also enrolled in martial arts classes to learn how to defend himself, a skill that would later prove valuable. Despite his remarkable ballet skills, Patrick faced challenges with self-esteem and joined a football team to deal with this. Unfortunately, a serious knee injury during the sport led to surgery. After his recovery, Patrick received an invitation to participate in a popular Disney parade, which took him to tour much of the United States and Canada in 1972. Upon returning, he resumed ballet classes, where he met Lisa, a student who awakened him. Your interest. Months later, he left for Manhattan in search of opportunities in dance, consolidating a successful career as a dancer in New York. In 1975, Patrick and Lisa married, marking a new chapter in his life. However, her journey was plagued by challenges, including self-esteem issues and, later, serious health problems related to alcohol and other substances. Patrick Swayze's story reveals not only his multifaceted talent, but also the obstacles he faced throughout his life, providing a deeper understanding of the highs and lows that shaped his career and personal trajectory. Moment of your life. His mother, Pet Ivo and Helen Swayze, played a crucial role in his career, not only as a motherly figure, but also as a ballet instructor who shaped his skills from a young age. With an artistic flair, she not only taught Patrick the dance, but also made costumes, including the actor's costume and even her own wedding dress. At that time, facing financial constraints, this ability not only reflected her mother's creativity, but also the need to overcome financial challenges. In 1977, however, a landmark event shook Patrick Swayze's promising future. His knee injury, which had occurred years earlier, resurfaced in devastating fashion. The tendons and ligaments were ruined, and the joint, which had already endured a lot of pressure, was in critical condition. Experts considered it highly unlikely that he would be able to recover, with the looming threat of possible amputation. Faced with this situation, Patrick went through a difficult period. Antibiotics were administered in hopes of avoiding amputation, and 4 surgeries were performed. The period of forced rest, initially seen as a nightmare, turned out to be vital to his life. During this time, he immersed himself in a new art form, acting. In 1979, Patrick and his wife Lisa moved from New York to Los Angeles in search of opportunities in the artistic field. However, he faced difficulties finding work and ended up working in a steel mill and, later, in a carpentry shop. Their interest in carpentry eventually led the couple to open their own business. The turning point occurred in 1982, when Patrick was chosen by Francis Ford Coppola for the film The End of Life, alongside Tom Cruise and Diane Lane. His deep convictions and strong personality led to discussions with Coppola about the film's direction. Although he faced challenges, this opportunity opened the doors to Hollywood for Patrick. In the following years, he played several secondary roles in television series, anticipating the moment that would radically change his career. Addiction alone and his sadness led Patrick to abuse alcohol, a behavior that his wife, Lisa, who supported him unconditionally, asked him to stop. However, his anguish and sadness blinded him. The release of the film Vida Sem Rumo in 1983 was the crucial boost that his career needed. From that point on, proposals poured in and finally came to fruition in films such as A Manhasser Violento and A Volta por Cima, among others. In 1985, Patrick took part in the famous series North and South, and the following year he starred in the second part. He then accepted a role in a film that would become extremely well known. If anyone has seen it, it was a watershed moment. Patrick found similarities between the character and his own life, using this connection to enhance his performance. Still plagued by his knee injury, Patrick faced a formidable challenge during the iconic Dirty Dancing scene, where he performed a leap from the stage into the audience. There were fears that his knee would permanently break, but thanks to his perseverance, the scene went ahead as planned. The film projected him internationally, making him a superstar. The soundtrack, She's Like the Wind, composed and performed by him, reached second place on the American charts. With his success, Patrick became an icon loved around the world, but his personal life was affected. Frequent arguments with Lisa arose due to changes in her personality caused by alcohol. Once, when facing a crowd of fans, he exploded into violence in his hotel room, shocking Lisa, who was not used to such behavior. In 1990, he starred in another memorable film, Ghost on the Other Side of Life, alongside Demi Moore and Whoopi Goldberg. Drawing inspiration from her father's memories, her performance earned her praise, and the film was a huge box office success in 1990. Her personal life, however, faced a sad turn when Lisa lost the baby during her first doctor's appointment, causing in deep pain for the couple. Patrick Swayze continued to make his mark in cinema, with hits such as Ghost in 1990 demonstrating his exceptional ability as an actor. Physical challenges, such as skydiving and surfing, have become an integral part of Patrick's life. In a film where he played the villain, his performance captivated the audience, and the performance of Anthony Kiedis, the singer of Red Hot Chili Peppers, also did not go unnoticed. In June 1992, Patrick made a surprising revelation in an interview with a famous magazine at the time, confessing his past as a drug addict. The following year, he was admitted to a rehabilitation center in Arizona for a month. After this period, he continued to film, standing out in the film Letters from a Murderer, where he faced an accident when he fell from a horse and fractured both legs. The physical challenges persisted into June 2000 when, flying his own plane, Patrick had to make an emergency landing. He confessed to being so focused on the landing maneuver that he didn't remember the collision that took off the tip of the aircraft. Despite claiming a failure in the pressurization system, the presence of alcohol in the cabin caused complications for his career, and for almost 2 years, he received no job offers. In May 2006, Patrick traveled to Austria to film Jump, signifying a return to his great career. However, during filming, he began to experience physical discomfort, stomach pains, and indigestion. In January of the following year, he developed jaundice, visibly losing weight. In March 2008, the devastating news came to light. Patrick Swayze was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Determined to fight, he continued to record the series he was involved in, combining filming with chemotherapy treatment. His remarkable strength led him to complete the entire season of the series, despite facing excruciating pain without painkillers, to preserve his quality as an actor. In June 2008, he went to Chicago to promote the series, but a severe cough interrupted his plans, sending him to the hospital. Doctors diagnosed pneumonia, but he was released. The series debuted in January 2009, being a huge success. However, in April 2009, Patrick felt that his condition had worsened. During a checkup, doctors discovered that the cancer had spread. Faced with impotence and few options, Patrick opted for an experimental treatment. With his condition weakening, he and his wife retreated from the Hollywood scene, moving to their home in New Mexico. The treatment, which he described as hell on wheels, included aggressive chemotherapy. Despite facing the relentless disease, Patrick continued to fight, but his health continued to deteriorate. According to several news sites and the Daily Mail, Patrick Swayze has been banned by doctors from continuing his battle against cancer. Lisa, his wife, was allegedly accused of mistreatment against Patrick, claiming that he discovered his cheating over the years with both men and women. After 20 months of struggle since his diagnosis, Patrick could not resist the cruel disease, passing away at the age of 57. The funeral took place at Sony Studios in California. Among those who said goodbye were fellow successes like Whoopi Goldberg. The actor's remains were exhumed and taken to his ranch in New Mexico. Although we could list all the films and audiovisual materials left by Patrick, the most significant was his vision of his profession as an actor. For him, being an actor went beyond simply playing roles. It meant giving people, through the stories it embodied, a satisfying feeling and something positive in their lives. This perspective gave new meaning to his profession, making his commitment to his work even deeper. Patrick has always believed in eternal life, based on his spirituality and the conviction that death is not the end, but rather the beginning of a new journey.